Meatballs are easy and fun to make, but sometimes we have family members that have dietary restrictions. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make keto meatballs. Hey everyone, welcome to Cozy Cooking. My name's Zach, and today we're making keto meatballs. If you guys want to stay up to date on all the cozy recipes, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Let's go get cozy. Today we're going to need 2 pounds of ground pork, 1 egg, a bunch of parsley, this is actually carrot tops, 1 garlic clove, and some assorted spices. Alrighty, like with any recipe that's going to be used in the oven, we're going to turn on our oven to 400 degrees. Come on in, let's take a look. So first thing we're going to do, besides getting our spices ready, which I have already done in this bowl, take a look over there at the lilac and I'll show you exactly what I used in there because I can't remember off the top of my head right now. I need a knife. First thing we're going to do is we're going to mince our garlic. I give it a good squish. Just going to give it a nice rough chop first time through. That's a decent size. I like this size and everybody else in the family likes this size. Gonna put it onto my knife here. Just kind of get it into the bowl there. And I forgot to get parsley. So we had a bunch of leftover carrot tops. I'm going to be using carrot tops. So I'm just going to mince this guy too. This guy I'm going to do a little bit finer than I did with the garlic. Straight across like this. And once this way. As it starts to shrink down, we're actually going to have a more condensed amount of parsley. So I started with a cup of parsley. It's going to end up being about a 1/4 cup by the time I'm done with it. Cool, this is getting pretty close to where I want it. There's still a couple big leaves, but this is cozy cooking. This is about the size I want it right here. Gonna throw it in here. Boom. Cool, let's get all the goodness off the side here. Boom, boom. This is where our egg's gonna come in. This is like one of my big secrets of my meatballs. To get all of the flavor all the way through, I'm gonna kind of make a wet component and then I'm gonna mix it into our meatballs. Crack this guy. Alrighty, so let me give you a good idea of what's about to happen here. So we got all our spices, all of our parsley, all of our garlic in there. It's kind of making a tacky wetness that we're going to be adding into our actual ground pork. Once you can't tell what spice is what, you're probably ready to go. And I think we're just about there right now. So I'm actually going to plop this into our friend here, the ground pork. This is heritage ground pork from our butcher box. Not going to complain about it one bit. There's exactly 2 pounds in there. Just throw this guy right on top here. And just like with the sauerkraut video, if you guys want to take a look at how to make homemade sauerkraut, take a look at the cards up top there. I am going to be giving this guy a nice little massage. But here's another tip and trick really fast. I'm going to, that's probably absurdly loud, sorry. Add some water into this guy right here. I'm going to wet my hands as I do this because otherwise it's going to get all over your hands and you're just going to have chunks of meat on there. Cool, and I'm actually even just going to wash my hands right now. Mind you, you should always be washing your hands, always, like when you're cooking. I know you're cooking for your family, but you don't want to give them food poisoning because you love them, right? Right? Get over here. Get over here. Come on, get cozy. Get cozy. Take a look at this. All right, so my hands are already wet. I'm just going to start. Oh, yeah. There's some person who's really into ASMR right now that's like going to fall asleep to this. You like that? I don't. That's a weird noise. This is not a pleasant noise. A couple tips for you. You'd know you're done massaging your meat when the paprika and the spices are incorporated and your mix gets a red tint to it. Make sure not to overwork your mix or your meatballs will come out tough and weird. Less is more. Cool. We're going to get our baking receptacle here. This is a terrible shot. I don't know what I'm doing ever. So everything's nice and mixed. We got our meatball, our large meatball here. And now we're gonna break it up into smaller meatballs. I have kind of ascended from using baking sheets. I know people like to use baking sheets, but I have cast iron pans and they can do everything. If you guys need to find some good cast iron pans, take a look in the description below. I got some there for you. All right, cool. Let's start doing this. If you want to get real technical, you can weigh these out. No need. As long as it's like meatballs your family's like meatball size that your family's not going to be offended by, then I say just go for it. Use your wits about you and stuff. All right, and here's a quick little note too. I'm using pork. You can substitute whatever kind of meat you want. I will say that like redder meats, or specifically red meats, they don't have nearly as much fat in them as like the pork meatballs are going to. So I would suggest adding cheese, like half a cup of cheese to them. And you could just throw a half a cup of cheese inside of these pork meatballs if you want to get crazy, but we're gonna skip it this time. I just like them this way. But yeah, if you're gonna be doing beef or lamb or anything like that, I really do suggest throwing in about a half a cup of cheese in there. Alrighty guys, let's take a look. We got meatballs. They're raw right now, but we're gonna throw them in the oven, and guess what's gonna happen? They're gonna get cooked. We're gonna do it for 25 minutes. It's been about 25 minutes. The meatballs should be ready. Let's go ahead and take a look. Oh yeah. Alrighty. I know they look a little greasy right now, but we can clean them up just a little bit. Honestly, that looks delicious to me. I know I'm weird, but hey, that's just who I am. Okay, so the last thing we're gonna do to these things is I'm just gonna garnish it with a little bit of the leftover carrot tops. If you wanted to throw some cheese on top of there, that's definitely not against the rules. And if you want to get crazy, you can throw a little bit of olive oil on top too. If you guys like the recipe that we showed you today, make sure you hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button too if you want to stick around a little bit longer. And make sure you leave a comment down below for any sort of suggestions you have for the next recipe that we make. Keep it cozy, guys.